with JB. Tell somebody, tell them you should be here. You are now tuned in. MJB Musik with JB.
What up, what up, what up?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to the MJB Music podcast with JB. I'm Mario J. Brown, singer-songwriter, and CEO of MJB Music Entertainment. My man here,
James Buford, aka JB, aka CMO of the pastor, musician, and all that good stuff, and also the CMO of MJB Music.
Yes, sir. Couldn't do it without you, brother. I appreciate you. So check it out. We started this podcast to bring music education, and culture. So basically, I reached out to friends of mine, and just people who are professional in what they do. They do it well. So I just wanted to kind of tell their stories, and let them tell their stories, and also bring you some education along with it. Because it's so much more than just a song. So we're coming from all kinds of angles. James, tell them what they can expect with the podcast.
Well, they can expect to hear different perspectives and different knowledge, and get different knowledge from different industry artists and industry professionals, such as producers, songwriters, makeup artists, entertainment lawyers, photographers, musicians, and so much more.
Yeah, somebody's probably thinking makeup artists. What they got to do with artists, music? Well, let me tell you. Products that you might want to use that we may not know about, but I'm gonna have somebody on here in the next couple weeks that's a master as a makeup artist, and they may be able to give you some tips to if you sweat a lot, different things. But we just want to make sure that we keep you well rounded, because here our motto is it's more than just a song. So we'll be having just different guests that'll just encourage you and give you knowledge on so much. So, but today, thank you for joining us today. We truly value your time and attention. Today's topic of discussion will be the DJ's perspective. Perspective from the DJ. So Dexter Easley Jr., his resume speaks for itself. Currently the host of The Well on Sirius XM, Kirk Franklin's Praise, Channel 64. This trailblazer has shared the stage with some of the biggest names in the business, from being the official DJ for Canton Jones to festivals and showcases around the country with Kirk Franklin and Mary Mary. Being on the big stage is not new to DJ Dex. Working festivals like MegaFest in Houston, the Southeastern Black Expo Tour, the Gathering Conference, and World Changers Church International, Stellar Awards, Dove Awards. Man, it just goes on and on. DJ Dex is also an official For Your Soul Records DJ. Man, how about that? But before we talk to my man, hey, JB, tell us what's going on. Is there anything going on in the culture, man? What's going on? What's the news flash moment of the day?
So I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but the other day we had Tamar Braxton. I don't know if you heard about it, but they said it was an attempted suicide attempt on her life, and I just want to put prayers up to the Braxton family. Because that's never good, and it hits home because when you talk about mental health and mental illness and suicide, that's something that is hitting the Black community, and so definitely something that we need to be praying about for the Braxton family and Tamar especially, and call out her name and her family and all those that are connected with her, that she makes a speedy recovery.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep, man. Definitely want to be lifting up Tamar Braxton and her family. I'm praying that she's surrounded by people that know how to get a prayer through. And thankfully we're speaking her name out. And our listeners, we hope that you will also join with us in prayer and just lift her up, man. We want to see everybody win. Everybody go through challenging times, but we don't know what her situation is. We don't live in her shoes. So a lot of people may get judgmental in this moment, but this is not the moment to be judgmental. Pray, y'all. Pray. You don't know what a person's going through until you live in their, till you walk in their shoes. So keep her up in prayer. But yeah, man. So, wow. Back to the topic, man. Today's music education topic of the day.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the DJ's perspective. JB, tell me why you feel DJs are valuable to the music industry.
DJs play the songs that we love. They are they keep the party going. They keep the church folks can party too. We can have good parties, and so the DJs are important because they play the songs that we love, whether it be a DJ that's on the radio or a DJ that's in a environment, and so they are important because, and not only to the listeners, because they have the direct connection of the songs that people love to hear, but also the artists. They're important to the artists because they play their songs. If you make it on the DJ's list, you did something pretty good.
Oh yeah, man. Where would we be without a DJ, man? We got to get a DJ some love. A lot of times, some of them go overlooked. You know what I mean? And we feel like we just don't give them the credit that they deserve. But like you said, man, they keep the party going. It takes a special skill and talent to be a DJ, Absolutely. And we're gonna talk about some of that today as well. So without further ado, man, let's welcome the hypest, most crunk Christian DJ I know, DJ Dex. What up, yo?
What's happening? I'm glad to be up in here, man. Thank y'all for joining. Inviting me in here.
Man, he's in the building, y'all. Yes. The one and only DJ Dex, celebrity DJ, man. You got to give credit where credit is due. This brother is making moves, making waves and head waves, and he's known all across this country, man, for what he does, and you can't take that from him, man. So shout out to DJ Dex. Thank you for being with us, man.
No, thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna dig into some things, man. Like I say, we want this platform to be an educational platform. So Great. From the DJ's perspective, man, we just want to ask you some questions, and we just want to dig in.
Let's do it.
So one of the first things I ask most of our guests, man, is do you listen to? Well, I'm gonna start different with you.
Gotcha,
do you? Now I know you're a Christian DJ, but do you listen to all genres of music? And
yes.
does it interfere with your spirit, man?
Yeah, spirit, man. Well, see, that's why of course, you got to protect your spirit, man. What goes in that ear gate. Because of course, if there's certain things that you can't listen to, you got to restrain from it. You know what I'm saying? Just of course, it's just like being born again. Once you became born again, certain things you had to change. Certain things you had to definitely do differently. But I protect my ear gate. But I've been around music all my life, and I actually this is probably gonna be another question, but I started off as a mainstream DJ. You know what I'm saying? So before. I even started gospel and inspirational music. So, you got to protect your ear gate.
You've got secular as well as gospel.
Yep.
So while we're there, tell us how you started out, man. How did all this come about for you?
Yeah. Actually, so I used to DJ college parties, right? So I used to DJ for the AKAs, Deltas, and Sigmas, and all that great stuff. And I kept on, rocking these parties out, and so I was doing my thing. I ain't gonna lie. But I kept on coming in the house late. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still with my pops, and my mom. Damn, and I was like, man, this is great. So my dad, he was like, I see you're really passionate about it. I mean, you stay in the garage faithfully overnight, and I see your passion, but what's triggering you? What's really pulling you? And that main thing was, I enjoyed making people, what I'm saying? Like I control the crowd, you control, you play one song, they going up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, I love that excitement. I love that energy. So, with that experience, my dad was just like, well, a real DJ can DJ anything, because my excuse was, man, we ain't got no, we ain't got no music out here. The only thing we got is, some the Winans, you know what I'm saying? That BB&CC Winans, that was rocking at the time. John P. Key, you know what I'm saying? Uncle John, so it's just, that style. Even though, this is some really deep history, but even though Pastor John, oh my gosh, he set the tone, the standard. Oh my! I could go on and on about Uncle John, but anyhow, but shout out to Pastor John P. Key. But at the end of the day, at that time, for young people, I had to figure out how to really build this movement, and my dad gave me that assignment. He was like, well, because I'm always up for the challenge. So when someone says, a DJ can do anything. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you up,
Yeah.
And at that time, since it was no real hip hop out, Christian hip hop, gospel gangster started coming out. Is this movement called Grape Tree Records back in the day? You know what I'm saying? They did their thing, so I represented them. Cross movement, slowly but surely was coming. So it was just different little things, different little groups. Sorry, that was coming out. And I cultivated that whole entire thing. I was like really eating it, trying to get it. And then so the one of the big breaks that I had was I used to grab instrumentals, right?
Okay.
And I grabbed the instrumental and I grabbed a pastor. Bishop Eddie L. Long was my first pastor that I grabbed, and
Shout out
I
Bishop
put
Long.
instrumental. Shout out to the whole family.
Yes, sir.
So I put instrumentals underneath his preaching. So I cut up his preaching, and then back in the day, it wasn't no viral nothing. It was you print up the CDs and you got to get them to the people. So at different events, I used to give those out, and then it went from him to Prophetess we need to buy them. Then Pastor Creflo Dollar. It went like all these powerful pastors definitely at the time as well as now. I just put the latest instrumentals and then cut up their sermons, and people would just gravitating to it. They were like, yo, this is crazy. Who is doing this? So I kept on doing it, just to get my name out, what I'm saying? And then just really, really progressing and internship like at different radio stations and stuff like that. And then the Lord opened up the door. Voila. I was on the radio, and the radio personality and program director at that time at WJNI was Brian Seabrooks. He gave me an opportunity and a shot to have my own radio show, Wow. And now I already been in radio a little bit by knowing it knowledge wise because of my godmother, Frida Lorraine, God rest her soul. So she brought me into the radio game, you know what I'm saying? And I was a little boy, you know what I'm saying? only 15 years old, And she taught me a lot of ropes. And so after that, then I just kept on again. Now remember, I was so eager, I was hungry. See, back in the day, we ain't had no YouTube. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling my age, but we didn't have no YouTube to look up. Oh, how you do this? I was really hungry for it. So you had to actually physically get out there, talk to people, and really grind it. You know what I'm saying? So I really thank God for the opportunity and giving me the will to go out there, ask questions, and get down to the nitty gritty. And as far as turntable list, I look up to the number one DJ Jazzy Jeff. My first pair of turntables was Technique 1200s. My uncle, he blessed me with them joints. So that's what I tore up on. Yep.
That's what's up. James, I can't hardly hear you. Are you in the mic?
Yeah, I'm in the mic. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had a question, but I was going to continue if you did.
I did have a question.
Cool.
So everybody always talks about, like for me, I'm a musician and I play piano, whatever. And
cool.
So the whole thing to get into piano, like you got to have an ear for it, right? You got to have so where does a DJ get their inspiration from? Like, how does a DJ become a DJ? Like, why don't they become, how does a DJ become a DJ?
Okay. Great question. So, it's something you said that musician wise, I'm actually a drummer, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know about, everybody else and other DJs, but, I know the skill set that you have to have in order to be an effective, great DJ. And the skill set is, of course, you got to have an ear, for music as well as, BPM, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be on beat.
Yeah.
so that those are a couple of components that for me, and you got to feel it, as far as a DJ in general. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any specific, like inspirational DJ or country DJ. I'm just talking just DJ in general, a wide broad. So more than anything, I would just say definitely you got to have an ear for music and knowing what is what, meaning. Okay, what are the hits or what is just great music? You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a nice song, but the quality might be horrible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to ask yourself, do I play this at the party or do I just save it? You know what I'm saying? You got to, those are little different questions that you got to definitely do your own research on, you know what I'm saying, for yourself, and then, start picking out. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so much of it, man, is feel, and I don't think people realize that.
Right.
Because if you're in the moment and you play the wrong song, can kill the moment, man.
Very
You know
much
what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I've been, and I'm not much of a dancer. I'm a two-stepper. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I've been on the floor doing my little two-step here and
Right.
there, and then the wrong song could just kill the whole vibe. I'm like,
Womp,
really?
womp, womp,
Wow. And then you got, especially for someone like me with an ear that can hear, like when you mix the wrong songs in different keys, and it's like, man, that's such a distraction. But they think they over there just getting it because they rocking. You know what I mean?
They the only one rocking to their own self.
But yeah, man, let's talk about this moment.
Yes.
So a couple months ago, man, I was on Facebook, I believe, and I started getting tagged into some videos, and they were like, share. DJ Dex is going in. I'm thinking to myself, how y'all know my man DJ Dex? You know what I'm saying? And then I tuned in, and it was at least 20,000 plus followers.
Wow.
You had a viral moment, and I saw a meme afterwards, and it was like, this is the whole versus battle was going on, and they had DJ D Nice versus DJ Dex. And they was like, who you got? And it was a real battle. Like we with Dex. We gonna make Dex shine because he's a gospel part of what Nice is doing. So man, how did that moment even? I know it was such an organic and great feeling, man. And I called you and talked to you about it. But let the people know how that felt, man, and how it came about. Like, what was that?
Okay, so this is the deal. All right. So granted, everybody was going live, or well, that was technically the beginning of everybody kind of going live and stuff like that. My thing was I wasn't going live for none of that at all.
Yeah.
Like no followers, no nothing. You know me. I'm not. That's not me. That's not my heart. Because I'm always, everything that I do is a mission. You know what I'm saying? But God told me, go live. Just do it live and bless the people. And I was just thinking, it was random. I was listening to him. I was like, "What? I don't want to do no live." You know what I mean? That wasn't at all planned at all. I mean that from the heart. So I was just like, "All right, Lord, I'm gonna be obedient to you, and I'm gonna do it." So I, of course, I got on and I started rocking, and all of a sudden, I started seeing more people, 300. I was like, okay, look at God, 500. Wait a minute, let's take this thing up to another level. And then start climbing up 15,000, 20,000, 38,000. I was like, whoa, we going. What happened was these people, I mean, not these people, but the listeners and everything, they was like, yo, let's go to 30,000. No, let's go to. They boosting the whole thing.
They were pushing it.
Like,
yep.
What in the world? So the Lord, I have to give it up. It's nothing but God. He gave me the idea, truly gave me the idea, and I was just obedient. And that's another thing, being obedient to God, listening to Him. As a musician, as an artist, as a DJ, you definitely have to listen to Him. You have to be in a strong direction, because if you don't, you'll end up messing around, making the wrong decision. And imagine if I said, no, I ain't going to do no live. I'm going to go to bed. People's lives was truly changed by those lives. Man. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God. I mean, we got testimonies in, people just, yo, I appreciate you for doing this. Nothing but, I mean, I needed this. I needed this today. Wow. And that truly changed me. Like, I'm like, wow, that brought, because in radio, a lot of people don't get to hear these kind of stories, and they don't know the behind the scenes of, oh wow, this dude almost died if I didn't play this song because he wanted to commit suicide. You see what I'm saying? And that actually happened several times with me on the radio, Sirius XM, as well as FM dial. So it's just like, man, yo, I thank God for the opportunity to change lives, truly change lives for the better. You know what I'm saying? And move forward. And then another thing the reason why I don't call myself a gospel DJ, because of course, these labels, will quote unquote make you, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now granted, I used to call myself a gospel DJ, but I'm a inspirational DJ.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Inspirational. The reason why I'm inspirational is because I'm here to change lives through the music. So you may hear a T.I. song, and no matter, that's a song, or a Hallelujah, a song he got. Those songs are inspirational and life-changing songs, that would change your life. I've been doing this for years, all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Edward Long, because me and him, we right here. That's my brother though. But absolutely. I'm saying, like, in the radio method mindset, because of the simple fact we get it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like this, granted, I know I'm going somewhere else, but I just want to say this real quick.
It's all good.
It's like this industry, we understand that, granted, they're going to be turning the channel. If they have it on a gospel station, they're going to turn the channel. Trust me, they're going to turn the channel, and then they're going to come back. So why don't we just keep them right there? Keep them right there. Okay, we got inspirational music. You don't have to change it. Just stay right there. You know what I'm saying? Still Standing by Monica. You know what I'm saying? NF. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got tons of music, inspirational music that can change your life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kanye West and everything that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the whole entire team over there. You know what I'm saying? Also Rodney Jerkins. But at the end of the day, my thing is, I'm here to change lives. That's why I'm an inspirational DJ, because I inspire people, inspire the movement to push them forward. So I definitely wanted to make that known, because that's very important to me, because it's called branding,
Absolutely.
So I thank God for the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel the need to be not labeled comes from just a different movement that's happening, that's in, because we didn't have Christian hip hop, so to make the move like that, music is really what gets us going. I think that move to call yourself not a gospel and more inspirational, is that a cultural thing? Is that where do you think that comes from?
Well, see, with me, this is the thing. I've always had it, but and I'm not trying to sound arrogant or anything, but years ago, I always preached this. I mean, Mario will even tell you, like, from the time he met me, I was already on this. But the thing is, the ticket. This is the ticket. This is big right here. I did not know what it was called.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard the word inspiration, right? But the definition that gospel music, watch this now, the definition that gospel music gives the word inspiration means a certain category of artists. Now, I love these artists. I got they back 1,000%. But the level of what I'm talking about is urban inspiration. That means the artists like I shared. You know what I'm saying? You might have a T.I. or somebody who's singing an inspirational song because it's inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Granted, yes. Then you have Kanye West. Changed his life around. He's a believer. Boom, boom, boom. Look at him. Mainstream and gospel charts were up, number one. So that's where urban inspiration belongs. So now you rewind it for a second. You're like, hold on, wait. Whoa. What does that mean? So there's a category that nobody even thought about. Urban inspiration. That's the category. And all these people don't know where to put them, like Mario J. Brown, Jordan Armstrong, Keandra Lockett. I can go on and on and on. At the end of the day, those artists right there belong in urban inspiration, their own category. Reason why? Because they're speaking urban, they're speaking inspiration to the world. Gotcha. This is not just a gospel song. It needs to go to the masses. Look at what Mary Mary did. Come on, why y'all think Mary Mary lit? You know what I'm saying? Like
Franklin, right?
They're playing on Magic and all that stuff. Mainstream stations. Come on, y'all. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new. BB and CC Winans was doing it years ago. Come on, y'all. So the thing is like, we have to. I mean, I get so deep, and I don't want to go that far deep in. I apologize, but
No, no, it's all
it's
good.
my passion. You know what I'm saying? Because my goal as an urban inspiration DJ, and I know you're probably going to ask me this, what's your goal? Da, 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 but I'm sorry, I'm going to skip to it. My goal is to let that be known. You see what I'm saying? And brand the urban inspiration. That's my ticket. I've been doing it for so many years, and of course, Kirk could tell you. Everybody will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Well, Dex, he represents, that urban inspiration. Why you think that he asked for the well? You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted wanted that show on Sirius XM, so then we can change lives. And he knew who to get. He knew who to get. Shout out to Ron Hill. He knew what to get. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to make something and build something for this community that's lost, that doesn't get love, that doesn't get airplay, that has to go through ropes. Mario has to go through ropes to get on the air. Granted, we understand we're not a big label, but that's okay. You got what it takes because you got quality, inspirational music, and it's ready to go. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you good, man. Right on time. So check it out, man. So oftentimes, DJs are privy to new releases before the actual release. So how do those songs typically come to you? Are there any DJ pools or artists or are there any pools that artists can submit music through? And I'm asking because I didn't even know about it, but I ran into some DJs and they're part of different pools and things like that. So how, just kind of give some up and coming DJs some insight on how to get new music.
Definitely. XRP record pool. That's a record pool I recommend them 1000%. They're an amazing, legit record pool because we have some record pools I had that's lying. You know what I'm saying? Just like playlists. Let me stop. But anyhow, so XRP record pool, and also how I get my music, just to answer your question. But for all those DJs who want to get music in XRP record pool, so XRP record pool, put that in Google, go to their website and join. The way that I get music is because of relationships. That's very important. So if you're a DJ, if you're a person who's listening right now, build relationships. Relationships are very important. I've had strong relationships for a very long time, including Mario J. Brown.
True.
We known each other for years. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got to understand the power of relationships. So with that, of course, I have a relationship with all record labels. So I have communication with their record reps, or their management. So how I get my music is from the record reps directly or from the artist directly. 95% of my music comes from the artist, and they're just like, yo, Dex, here, and then some come from management. Shout out to Ace over there at Reach Records. You know what I'm saying? So like, they shoot me, the music all the time, and they're like, yo, Dex, here we go. So my email is crazy. But how I get music, to answer your question, is from the record companies directly. 95% of the time.
The artists. Gotcha. Okay.
In that pool, I got a question, Mario. In that pool of list of songs, is there a garbage can next to it that says trash?
You got that right. Yeah. I mean, see, and that's the thing, man. Like, a lot of artists, they do get offended. Yeah. Granted. But we have a process. We have a process for it to go to. You submit. You have to submit your music. If you're sending music to me, you have to submit music. You have to submit it to management. It goes through, and I listen. I do a full listening session, because I take pride. You took time in recording that song. You took time in investing in that song. So you want the correct feedback. You don't want, oh yeah, it was straight.
Right.
So what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So so it's like, so no. You get the feedback. I give you the breakdown feedback of specifics, what this song could do, if it will work, if it don't work, if this is a radio song, or if this is a song that you just need to keep for yourself and play for yourself. So I give them feedback, and just let them know specifically what they need and how to help them move forward in that.
So that would mean that you are very valuable to the artist.
Yes.
I mean, because anybody, if they're doing something and they're working hard at it and putting time into it and thinking that it's a hit, you would want to get the feedback from a DJ such as yourself,
right,
because you guys make the moves. You guys make the room move. So you guys are very, very valuable. Every artist out there that's listening, get close to a DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. DJs are students, man. You realize how much they have to study and listen to music.
Yep.
Man, you have to really, really dig into that to broaden your craft. So DJs know that you got to give them more credit than what you do. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I knew I wanted to ask you, during this pandemic, how are you keeping yourself busy and working?
Yes.
And so what has been the pros and cons?
Okay, so and all the people who's listening, aspiring DJs, entrepreneurs, this is all for you. All for you right here. All right. So once you sign up for this thing, for being full time, if it's a DJ, if it's an artist, whatever it is, make sure, and you heard this before, but it's true, and I'm about to show you the breakdown of it. Make sure you have multiple streams of income. And how you do that is, I'm a voiceover actor, so I do voiceover commercials. All right. So I do voiceover commercials. I'm also a part of a voiceover company. It's Commercial King. Shout out to Milk Styles. So like we specialize in high level commercials with Rick Party and all the whole entire team. Also I'm a radio personality, so I'm on 13 different radio stations across the globe, getting paid for it. There's a difference, because you can be on all these stations and you ain't getting no money. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So getting paid. So being a radio personality, being syndicated, having voiceovers, of course, as well as, of course, I'm still DJing. So you're like, how? Zoom parties, baby. So so a lot of churches, they're doing the Zoom parties, and I've been booked. You know what I'm saying? Frequently. So it's been going very well. So yeah, definitely. Wow. That's how I've been staying afloat. Praise the Lord.
What's up? And then in your spare time, man, I remember, I think I discovered this weird, well, not weird, but different fact about you maybe about a year ago. And I was online and you were live, and you were in a stable.
Oh yeah.
With horses.
Oh.
Cleaning the stable, and he had on his cowboy hat, the cowboy boots, and then he got on the horses and started riding them around and had commands for him. I'm like, this is not this is not average. He do this for real.
Real life.
So how did you become a black cowboy?
Black cowboy. Yes. Shout out to JC Riders out in Conyers, Georgia. Yes, that's my horse club. Wow. I started cowboying at the age of 17. And I thank God for the opportunity. And then I really, really, really got into it when I was the age of 23. Like getting my own horse and all that good stuff. So my uncle, shout out to my uncle, Minister Reginald Ezel, Pastor Reginald Ezel, and Wante, my auntie. So he shared with me about the horses and all that good stuff, and I was just like, man, I really like these horses. This is crazy. So I got into it and joined the team, JC Riders. That's called Jesus Christ Riders, and we are one of the largest black horse clubs in Georgia. Reason for that is we get called for parades all the time. Because we're the number one horse club in Georgia, black horse club in Georgia. So is really amazing. We get to change lives while we're out there on the horse. You know what I'm saying? As well as just sharing the love of Christ. And having a horse. Yes, that's a process. And God does, and it's called patience, right? So yes, hallelujah. I heard it.
Right.
Hallelujah. No, but patience is the key, and I didn't really understand it that much until you feel me. And a horse you got to get used to you. A horse has to get used to you. It has to know who you are and all that good stuff before you just think that you're going to jump on his back and just ride and yeah, we're good to go. No, it doesn't work like that. So I had to take time with that horse. And my horse went through a lot before me. I'm preaching to somebody. My horse went through a lot before me, meaning he was abused, he was hurt, he was scared, he was harmed. So with all of that, of what he went through, I had to wait a minute. No, it's okay. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cover you. And that's what God does. He got us. We just got to, of course, cast our cares on him. So the horse, started to trust me. I started to be able to wash the horse. I started to be able to brush the horse. I started to talk to the horse, and tell the horse, yo, come here and listen, and with that, it taught me a lot of patience, a lot of patience. And I thank God for that whole entire lesson, because I took that and I was able to run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was able to, use it, for my everyday life too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Even thank God for my beautiful queen, like I was able to use patience in our relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So I thank God for the whole entire opportunity with Gold Dust and Tucker. Those are my horses. Sorry. And I thank God for them and my uncle and my auntie for teaching me the ropes and learning the ropes of being a black cowboy.
I hear that you get to mold the horse, you get to ride the horse, you get to train the horse, you get to call it by its name, you get to change the horseshoes and all that good stuff.
Yep.
But let me ask you, did you get the chance to race the horse in the Kentucky Derby or something like that?
well, we don't do. Okay, so this is what we do. We have this thing called Cobtown. And shout out to Cobtown. Is a horse, and we got Cobtown as well as we have a Bill Pickett Rodeo. Shout out to the Bill Pickett Rodeo. We do relay races, as well as we do a lot of bull rides. So we're in it all the way, all the way, and we ain't losing either. So second and first place, we right there. Look us up, but yeah, definitely. Yes, we do competitions and stuff.
Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting, man. That's nice, man. Horses are beautiful animals, man.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful animals.
Yes,
so yeah, we're winding down, man. I just have maybe two more questions for you. One of them is another. Can I be considered a DJ because I have a dope playlist on my iTunes?
That's a good question. And I want to make it official. I want to make it official because a lot of people think that in real life, But no, to answer your question, no, you're not a DJ because you're making a playlist. You're making a playlist because you feel, no one else, you feel that these certain songs are great choices. And I have to say it like that because, and that's why you really haven't seen a DJ Dex playlist.
That's interesting. Yeah, you're right. I haven't.
and the thing is, all these years, everybody, and to this day, everybody, yo, Dex, when you gonna drop a playlist? When you gonna drop? I really could, but God hasn't told me to do it yet. That's why I really haven't did it. And it's almost like, okay, I dropped this playlist, then what? Yeah, y'all know it. Y'all know the songs. That's great. You can just go get my mixtape and just listen to the mixtape and then check out the songs and go purchase those songs. So then you can help these artists win. Versus playlist right now. You know, not saying I won't do no playlist, but I'm just saying right now, God hasn't really, told me to do it like that. But to answer your question, no, you're not a DJ if you have a playlist, and that doesn't make you a curator, an official curator too, as well, because I am an official curator, and that's been sanctioned by Kirk Franklin, RCA Inspiration, Rodney Jerkins, Dark Child, and the list goes on. So,
for someone that doesn't know that term, what is a curator?
Okay, so a curator, he or she is a powerful person who can, of course, pick songs and have strong playlists like that. Who can say, this is a playlist and this is what stamps, this is why that these artists are where they are. You know what I'm saying? Because prime example, give you example, a better example. Okay, if you look at Spotify, right? Sure. You go to Spotify and you look at these lists of songs and different categories. There's someone building those for Spotify. That's a curator. Gotcha. So that list of songs, they represent, but they're underneath Spotify, not their own brand. So that's very important. Very important. So, but yeah, when God tells me to do it, I will do it. And I don't have no problem with doing it. And it will come soon. I really feel that it will come soon. But my thing is, it goes back to what I said from the beginning. Everything that I do has a purpose and it has to make sense. You see what I'm saying? Because if it doesn't, I learned this thing a long time ago by this amazing DJ. This dude is a phenomenal guy. His name is DJ B Lord. He's out there in Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out to DJ B Lord. And the way that he brands himself is unbelievable. Wow. And I grabbed this knowledge and wisdom from him years ago. And it's like whatever he does, and I paid attention to this, whatever he does, let's say he made a logo with the smiley face. Give an example. And this is actually real life. He made a logo with the smiley face. That smiley face is going to be the most biggest brand that you ever seen for 8 months or 7 months. But he brands it differently. Next thing you know, he got t-shirts, he got socks, he got shirts, he got, but at the end of everything that you do, you have to have a purpose for it. You see what I'm saying? You have to know what you're doing, and as well as listening to what direction you're going to go in. And the good thing about us is we have the power of God. You see what I'm saying? On our side. And he's like, yo, just listen to me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So everything is a mission in my book. So I know that went all the way around the world with the playlist thing. But it's just I listen to God, and I want to be obedient to God on if I'm going to do a playlist. Or technically when I do a playlist. It's not if.
Right.
When I,
gotcha. What I'm saying? Hearing from God. Yeah, that's key. So last question. So has there been a time where you've had to work through some glitches? Maybe in the middle of a set, something goes wrong. How did you work through that, man? Tell us about
it. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, let me think of one. Let me think of a good one for you. Okay, so here's one. Joy Fest. Shout out to Premier Productions. Shout out to them. Okay, we was at Joy Fest, and it was me, Kirk. Hold on, who else? It was me, Kirk. I think. Oh my God, it was so many people. Marvin Sapp, Tamla Man. There was so many artists or whatever. And D1, right? So me and D, we over here, he's like, yo, Dex, let's do this sound check. Let's knock it out. Boom, boom, boom. I said, all right, cool. So we're going out there to do the sound check. Little do the sound man knows that D1 has a DJ. Now it is on our rider. We did our, management, they did their part.
All right.
But sound company was just like, don't know how, I don't know. So long story short, they hooked me up. Thank God that I was rocking with Kirk. So I already had a set there. my turntables. So it was good. But unfortunately, the sound check went downhill because the whole entire monitor board went out.
What?
Let me. I know a lot of people don't understand what that is, but the monitor board that handles the whole entire stage in that setting, because you're dealing with, of course, that level of a concert. Right. So they have their own board for the stage. And the way that was set up, yeah, it was a tragedy. So you got to remember, Joy Fest, it brings out at least on a small, about 13,000 people. So you have 13,000 people that's about to be there in the next 3 hours. Nobody has their sound check right now. Ooh. Nobody. Ooh. So you have to think of something fast. So they, of course, I don't know, found a board. It came. Nobody was able to get no sound check, but me and but Kurt Franklin and D1.
Kurt Franklin gonna get his sound check.
Yeah, of course. So because he was a headliner. Yeah. And Kurt, let me stop. So that happened, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Another time was when my turntable set. Something was going on with my mixer. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what is going on? But I was on tour with Tasha Cobbs, and the mixer went out. The power just went out. So we're over here trying to get sound check, and we're on tour. Shout out to Tasha Cobbs and Kenny Leonard. We was on the Revival tour, and my mixer went out. I did not know what to do. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Never forget this. And I was traveling with my equipment. And so I had nothing. I couldn't run to Guitar Center, you know what I'm saying, real quick and rent one. Because I thought, because you got to remember, I'm on tour. Right. So I would need that for the rest of the tour, Right. So I ain't got time to be going to different locations trying to find a, mixer or whatever. So, I was like, man, so thank God. Here it goes again. Power of relationships. So I hit up a good DJ friend, DJ Geechee, man. Shout out to him, Columbia, South Carolina. I told him the situation. I said, yo, bro, I could just borrow yours for tonight. Because we have 2 shows. We got one tonight and then one tomorrow. And I'll figure out everything else. I just need to get over this hump. He said, don't worry about it, bro. You can hold it down for the whole entire tour because I just got another setup.
What?
I said, look at God. Check this out. He's in Columbia, South Carolina. So he drove from Columbia to Charlotte just to bring his whole setup. I just needed a mixer. No, He did one better. Brought all his equipment.
Man.
There you go, bro. Handle that. You good. So shout out to DJ Geechee, man. God bless you, brother. But So that was one of the tragedies. I was like, but God worked it out. He always works it out. And that's the thing that we have to really, truly understand, that God is in control. And again, it goes back to the horse, being patient and understanding who's in control. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get off track, we'll never win. Yeah. You have to understand that's what helps us with stress. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to stress anything. Why? Because everything is a test. Think about it. God, he knows what's going to happen, y'all. He did it. But the thing is this. He wants to see how and what direction we're going to go in. What are we going to do? How are we going to react? What are we, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I thank God for these lessons, because everything that you go through is a journey. Absolutely. Everything that you go through, it's just your testimony. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Mean, it's truly a blessing. So I'm sorry, I'm going somewhere else. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. Man, you know what? One word has been consistent throughout all of our shows so far. We've had Percy Beatty, William Beckton. We've had Young World. We've had just several special guests. I'm drawing a blank. But in every podcast that we've had, that one word, relationships, has come up. And we've can't stress it enough how important and how valuable relationships are, and how, you know, treating people right will take you further than any dollar amount can ever take you. So I'm glad that you kind of brought that up, man. And just from me to you, I appreciate your support. You supported me throughout the years. We met through a mutual friend, Edward Long, and you know, it's been nothing but love from day one. I appreciate it. I remember getting phone calls. Hey man, your song is playing on satellite radio on Kirk Franklin's, and I'm like, it is, and I didn't even know it. And you were showing love, man, and that was, you know, that's a tremendous blessing, because not everybody gets that opportunity. So again, man, just the power of relationships, and you know, however I can extend my platform or whatever I can do to assist you as well. You know, it's all love, bro. And so yeah, man, I just appreciate your life, your brotherhood, the journey that you've gone through, the ups, the downs. You know, I've got a chance to watch you grow, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud to know you, proud to be connected to you, and you know, nothing but success to you. And you know, we would love to have you back on our platform, man, at some point. So we know you're full of information, for a wealth of knowledge, man, and we just kind of scratched the surface today. So
we did.
man, welcome. Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir.
Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before you head out, man, where can our listeners find you?
Shout. Hey, go on that web right now, djdexatl.com. That's djdexatl.com, as well as the Facebook, The Official DJ Dex. That's The Official DJ Dex. And on that Instagram and Twitter, DJ Dex ATL. That's DJ Dex ATL. Don't get it twisted. Not talking about.
Hey, give me that voice. You didn't give us the voice, man. Give us the MJB Music with JB podcast. Just get a listen to a little some of it. Come on, I hear you touching on it. Let's go.
Music. Hey, no, I ain't gonna. They not ready yet. They not ready.
Hey, it don't take much. My man goes in. You hear me? Yes, sir. The passion is you just feel it through the screen, man.
Yes.
So we love you, bro, and definitely be in touch. But JB. My man, my brother, man, I appreciate you, man. We did it. We did it. Another show in the books, man. So I'm so excited because as of this past Saturday, I believe we were accepted through Apple Music, our podcast. Yeah. So we want to make sure that you guys go and subscribe to MJB Music with JB podcast. So far, I think it's only one episode, but all of these episodes, the audio only will be uploaded on there. So you can go back and listen and get this valuable information, because our guests have been dropping nuggets, man. They've been giving just free game, you know what I'm saying? And it's priceless. It's appreciative. And yeah, so we're here Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, on live here on Facebook and YouTube. And we just appreciate your time and just, tuning in. JB, anything you want to share before we hit it?
I just want you to please go to YouTube and subscribe on there. We got the shows on there. So like on YouTube, and just share. Help us get the word out. It's great, valuable information that we're bringing to you. Get the word out.
Absolutely. Till next time. Thank you for joining us. We love y'all. Peace.
Thank you.